Hello, friends. Today we see the Central Finance Unit 7, Part 2. Part 2 covers credit management. Credit management, we have credit management benefits and overview, central payment scenario and mixed scenario, dispute management, collection management, integrated planning in central finance, shared service framework. This is the credit management benefits and overview. Business is having the following issues like slow credit evaluations for their customers, which leads to the delayed or lost sales order, and in some cases missed to suspend the order and cancel the order, and inconsistent credit method and policies, excessive bad debts due to the wrong credit evaluations. With the SAP S/4HANA credit management tool, we have the following benefits. There is a more reliable credit decisions with full documentation, easy audit trail, and consistent way of finding the credit limits. In the sales order, there is a reduced delay and a timely order suspension and cancellation, and which results in reduced bad debts and write-offs, lower cost and resource demands. This scenario refers to cases when payments are still received and processed in the local system, where the sales happened in local system and collection payment also received in local system. This means we have to update the push information in the central finance system. Central system calculates the credit limits and manages the credit limits. It calculates the credit limits and it also manages the credit limits. And central credit management system, we have reports of credit reporting. As long as the invoices are not cleared in central finance system, the integration of central credit management has to be processed in the classic way using web service, either by PI or by web service, process integration or by web service. Central finance stores only finance data for the credit check. Central finance stores only the FI data. For the credit check, we need SD objects like sales order and deliver, and for SD related exposure updates, XML message are exchanged. Now let's move to the scenario where payments are happened in the central system, and in some of the organizations where there are both the scenarios are applicable, they're called mixed scenarios. As you see, the payments happen in the central system. So if you see here, sales will happen and the open items are transferred through SLT through the central finance system, and from there payments are updated. In credit management, there is a credit limit calculation and credit exposure. All the FA updates, which is from open item and payments, are updated to the credit exposure. Similarly, all the SD related things like checking the credit limits and SD updates, creation of the sales order or delivery are done through ALE or web service from the source system to the central system. So calculation of credit rating based on scenario scorecard, including order and payment behavior, other factors, industry, legal structure, external level credit information. Rating determines credit limits assigned to the customers at sales order creation at other predefined events. Once the credit rate has been calculated, those rates are used for determining the credit limits to the customer. Exposure updates during SDR logistic process and financial process in central finance. When it comes to the mixed scenario, and again this payment are at company code level, payment functionality. So central payment functionality can be activated at company code level. FA updates triggered by system where open item managed or payment is expected. So if you see the FA updates, in case of payments from central finance, FA updates from the central finance system. Whereas in this case, where payment happened in the source system, FA updates from the source system. open item. SD updates like credit exposures take into account from both the company codes. Moving on to dispute management. In dispute management, we have the two scenarios, the mixed scenario and central payment function scenario, where all the companies are making payment through central payment, or in some organization where both the scenarios are applicable. Companies using central payment functionality, the dispute case is created in the central finance system and tied to the open item in central finance. These are the common points that are benefits. Dispute management offers the following benefits: control and streamline the dispute case process. There is a streamlined process for dispute case. Enable cross-department dispute resolution. Dispute management is across the departments. So to enable the resolution from the FI department, from the finance department, from the logistics department, purchase department, the sales department. So all those cross department help to resolve the disputes. Organization stores all information and doubts related to the dispute case. Offers sophisticated reports. Work with the new object called dispute case. Dispute case, like a folder, can be processed across multiple departments and supports different communication channels. Dispute case summarizes and structures all dispute related data. In the mixed scenario, company code central payment functionality can be activated at company code level. Disputes are created from the system where the open item is managed, the payment is taken place. All disputes are managed in the central finance system with the Fiori interface. Disputes request takes into account all disputes from both company codes. So entire dispute is sitting in the central finance system, and the systems are feeding the information wherever required, like open item and dispute kits are created from the open items. And navigation and integration, we can navigate to the open items. If there is payment happening in the central finance system, the navigation happens in the open system. Whereas if payment is happening or open is maintained in local system, navigation is happening to local system. Now comes to collection management. The benefits of collection management are collection strategies, work list. Collection strategies are the basis for the automatic creation of daily work list for collection specialist. And work list ensures evaluation, identification, stratification, and prioritization of customers according to collection strategy. Daily work list improves users' productivity and efficiency. Promise to pay agreements, disputes case via integration with the dispute management. These are the functionality provided at the collection management module. When it comes to the central payment functionality, the collection work list in central finance priorities all customers. The collection work list in the central finance priorities all customers from whom to collect, at which order it has to collect all those information. The process receivable transaction in Fiori is used. Process record promises to pay, start invoice resolution process, send correspondence. The process receivable transaction Fiori is used to record promise to pay, start invoice resolution process, send correspondence. When it comes to the mixed scenario, central payment functionality can be activated at company code level. The collection work list and central finance priorities all customers. Also where payment is expected. The process receivables is opened in the system where the open item is managed. team analysis cover all customers from all systems. So the process receivable transactions in case of central payments is happened in central system, whereas where payments are happening from local system, the process receivables are opened in the system where open item is managed. This is integrated planning in central finance. This is the earlier old method of planning, where from the ERP, the data are accumulated in separate systems, say BW, and within ERP also there is a independent modules called for each type of planning, like expenses planning, profit planning, P&L planning. The new thing in central finance is a common planning module for all type of planning, and there is no need for a separate database to accumulate the data. HANA itself is work as a single platform. So BPC for S4 covers the following: expense planning, product planning, and P&L planning as a common planning model. The categories of next generation financial planning solution include common planning module, in-memory capabilities, no replication into business warehouse required, so that leads to the faster planning cycles, better decision by simulation capacity. There is a simulation capacity, with that we can make better decision. BPC for S4HANA contains the following components: integrated data model, business content, cost center, internal project, profit center, cost of sales, P&L, market segment planning components. Then go to the shared service. For the shared service, all the systems are connected in scenario where we have central finance instance. All the ERPs are connected to central finance. Central finance in turn connected to the shared service, and shared service also in turn connected to the respective ERP system. It's called source system. The advantages of the functionality of shared service is transparency. For a time critical or a high risk activities through central information collective centralized function. Agile response to organic and merger and acquisition driven growth due to centralized finance functions and highly scalable global business services. Efficient transaction processing leveraging process automation and economics of scale of shared services. Non-disruptive leverage of business system along the process of incremental service centralization. With the central finance scenario, there is no disruption of the existing business system, and its agile response to the M&A business driven growth and efficient transaction processing through automation and economies of scale of service. Transparency for time critical high risk activities through central information selective centralized function. These are the benefits in central finance scenario. Thanks for joining.